beautiful muses, and welcome back to Cosmo Muse Tarot. Today I wanted to focus on something light and springy. Currently, as I'm filming this, we are kind of midway through Gemini season, so this will go up live near the end of Gemini season. I usually film about a week in advance. And to me, that season, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, is all about kind of the culmination and beauty of spring, where flowers are blossoming and we're really starting to get back in touch for the year with our particular kind of expression, connecting to the kind of expression that's wanting to come through us. Just like a flower is kind of the crowning glory of nature, our expression can represent the same thing. So sort of what's flowering in us, in what way are we finding we are connecting to our expression and showing it off and enjoying it and being a little, I don't know, flirtatious with it. So kind of a lighthearted, easy reading. And yeah, so I decided to do 5 piles for this one because I intend to keep them a little bit shorter and just simple and fun. And we are going to pick our pile based on the stone for the pile. So we've got pile number 1 here, and this stone is Dendritic Agate. So give you a little closer look at that. Really pretty, different shades of sort of browns and creams in there. And then pile 2, we've got Unakite. Really beautiful different shades of green, and then sort of some salmony color coming through. Let's see, in this middle pile, pile 3, we've got yellow Hematoid quartz. This really beautiful orangey kind of tone in that. Pile 4, we've got blue Orca agate. Feels sort of dreamy, oceany to me. And then the last one, pile 5, we have Polychrome Jasper. Lots of deep sort of reds into some even yellows, and then into some sort of neutral off-white type tones in there. Okay, so tune into these piles, the stone. Maybe you like to do it by number. Maybe it's the stone that's grasping you, or just positioning. I always like to lead you through a breath or two to help you kind of tune into your higher self. So take a deep breath in, hold it at the top. Maybe close your eyes and look to the space between your brows, and then let a big exhale out loud. Opening the crown chakra. And if you need to do that a few more times to get centered, feel free to pause here and take the time you need to choose your pile. And in the timestamps below, you can jump straight to your pile or piles if you've chosen more than one. And I will see you in your readings. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading about what kind of beautiful expression is starting to blossom in you, and sort of just taking a look at how we can have fun with that, how to connect to it. And we'll do a little bit of tarot after a few oracle cards to get any sort of advice or information from spirit that wants to come through to add to this insight into expression coming into and through you. Okay, to start with, I actually wanted to use the stones we picked as a little bit of a cornerstone to, I know that's didn't mean the pun, but it's there, cornerstone to, you know, what's anchoring you into this reading. So having chose the Dendritic, no, how do you pronounce it? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Dendritic agate. This stone brings abundance and fullness into life. It makes your environment a little bit more calm and serene, and brings up the ability to find joy in the moment. And it can also help in connecting to the 3D world, especially plant life. So a really beautiful one for this reading, really connecting to the things that are blossoming, and also just helps us to see a way to turn challenges more into, or like difficulties more into some sort of challenge and growth in our life. So a really positive outlook, just kind of taking life as it comes, feeling a fullness of it, feeling abundant. So that being said, we're going to look at a few oracle cards. The one that I had down with the stones I haven't looked at yet. They are from the animal kingdom. So let's see what yours is. Panda, balance. Oh my gosh, that's totally perfect. Ask how to bring balance to the situation and into your heart. So when I think of balance, I also think of that calm, serene peacefulness. So that connecting to the stone, I think there's something coming into your life that's really calming, really allowing you to see things with clarity, hence an ability to find joy in the moment. So I think right now your expression is being bolstered by a sort of balanced environment around you at the moment. And so just being able to sort of just be present, calm, and opening your heart and your hands to life and really enjoying it, because there's some sort of balance coming in for you guys, which is so great. Okay, a couple other oracle cards. I wanted to pick a goddess around this. I feel like goddess energy loves that kind of beauty of expression and spring. So the one that comes through for you may have some other hints about what types of expressions are channeling through you right now, or at least trying to get your attention. Ooh, beautiful. Abundantia, prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. And that might show something about this calmness that's around you, this balance that's around you, that maybe you are, or it could be a hint that you should be in a very receptive and open state at the moment. So just being calm, just being open to what comes, just being present to what comes, and allowing things to come in to bring fulfillment to you. And the stone, again, this plugs back in beautifully with this dendritic agate, in that it has a connection to a sort of fullness and abundance. So really beautiful, definitely just feeling like you're in a very receptive mode. And so your expression is just kind of taking life as it comes, and sort of with a gracefulness and a gratitude and a generosity, which is just sort of like attracting more calm and more prosperity and more balance to you. Okay, we're going to look at a sacred destiny card. Woo! They just kind of flew out, so I'm going to not take that because there were way too many. I just want one. Pleasure. Gorgeous. I love that. I mean, there's not much more I can say about that other than it's just, I just feel like you're present and open and feeling grateful and gracious right now, and that ability to be present allows you to be in the moment, which is, I think, you know, where and how we find a connection to pleasure, to our senses, to that ability to stop and smell the roses. Okay, one more oracle card before we pull out some tarot. And this one I'm going to read the guidebook on because I'm not familiar with them yet, but I just loved how the colors in this feel very springish and alive to me. So I wanted to use this, and we'll just kind of lead into the guidebook with it. So we've got 13. Let me quickly pull that up. And this is the Moon Angels Oracle, by the way. So the modern world is what this card is titled. Independence trumps. So you lay like a bag of dried up beans, every day the cup you drink from. Will it ever runneth over? The mobile phone you tap on. Will you ever clean it with the Martha Stewart endorsed wipes you read about in Real Simple? The carrots you take out of the bag and put into your mouth, are they improving your eyesight yet? What's your ancient, authentic, networked desire, and how can the interweb bring you the depth of that future? Now, not what capitalism wants of you. Here's the question. What do you want? Not what wants you. So yeah, that's interesting. This is, and I feel that connection to just going back to that thing of just like being really present to the moment, which allows you to drop into your senses and truly feel pleasure. And I do have a strong association of pleasure really coming from our senses. And to me, that means you're feeling things, you're taking them in and you're processing them to how they feel, not versus like what's in your mind. So this card being like, what do you want versus what is the world telling me? I think it's both giving you a hint to the foundations of why this beautiful expression is coming into you, but also advice of how to stay in that. And it's just staying in that feeling, that sense-based world where you're just feeling things as they are and connecting to how you experience things. So like really being in your body and moving from there. So like really knowing what you want versus the chatter and the messaging around us. So like really dropping out of mind and into body and just being receptive to the beauty of everything that's around you and really feeling it and being present with it and digesting it and using that to know what you want and what it means to you and how it feels within you. So really beautiful stuff coming through there. Okay, I'm gonna just kind of put these cards to the side so we can do some tarot, but I do sort of want to keep them up a little bit for reference. Okay, and then we're going to use the Muse Tarot. Just get any sort of messages coming through to know based off of all of this. Just a short, sweet, simple reading this go around this week. So I'm going to pick 5 cards and just see what comes through with them. The Magician, gorgeous. Ace of Voices. The Star. Wow, these are really gorgeous cards, you guys. That calmness, that just connection to your body in the moment. It's just feeling the Emperor. Wow. The Wheel. Okay. I love this. to me, what's going on here is you are really connecting to some sort of new vision, something that's sparking interest in you, eagerness in you, and a resonance in you. So I'm wondering if early, through the winter and early spring, maybe you've had sort of a slower paced life, a little bit of potential even lostness around what's going on in your life. And you're suddenly, as you come into this season of expression, you're suddenly anchoring into some kind of vision that is drawing you into your future, that's bringing like a renewed hope in you, a renewed spark that's maybe been missing. And there's a connection to needing to get your voice very clear. It's wanting to speak. Your mind is wanting to, and I think that peacefulness we've found with the balance card and the dendritic agate, that calm, I think that physical and emotional calm is also providing a lot of clarity of mind and of ideas, and it's really being able to project something out into your environment and really express. And the Magician card showing up here, you may suddenly be realizing that you have all sorts of resources around you to actually ground this new, from the star, this new vision, this new renewed hope and spark coming through. I think you're recognizing that this is something you can actually ground into your life. You have all the things you need to take this future, this potential future, into your future. So many times we get these inspired ideas, but it's really hard to anchor them and move them forward. But you're recognizing that this is something that can move forward very quickly. You have the wits, you have the resources, you have the connections, whatever it is you need for this expression that's sparking something beautiful about your future. You've got what you need, and that clarity of mind is there. And then we're seeing in these last two cards that you also have a certain confidence and command in giving order to this, in actually structuring it, ordering it, creating some boundaries, creating some trajectories, some steps. And this is leading to, by going through all of these things and recognizing it and harnessing everything we've talked about in these cards, this is going to move you into a new chapter of life. So beautiful. And just want to point out 4 major arcana cards here, and all ones that are just like really favorable, really beautiful. So stay, the advice here is stay connected to your body, to what feels good to you, being open and receptive. I think things are coming into you, and that calmness that this is creating so much clarity for your mind and your ideas, and this future vision that's coming in, that you're going to have what you need to, really pull it forward in your life. So gorgeous reading, you guys. I love seeing this kind of expression come through, and I'm happy for everyone that picked this pile. It sounds like, looks like, feels like, sounds like, use all the senses here, that it's just up to you. You have what is needed to really pull something from a vision into a tangible future. And so get after it, I guess, is all I want to leave you with. All right, this is the end of your reading. If this resonated and you enjoyed it, please leave a little thumbs up for me. It's the easiest way to support my channel and does really help my little baby channel algorithm. And of course, if you have not subscribed yet and you want more readings from me, please hit that subscribe button. All right, I will see you either in another pile if you chose more than one, or in another reading. See you guys. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your spring reading. Of course, this can be any season because this is a timeless reading, but when I'm doing this, it's a spring, you know, kind of culmination of spring where I am. And so a reading about what kind of expression is starting to come and channel in and through you, or else what is wanting to. So some of you may already be experiencing this and just gaining insight into what it is, and some may need this message to help bring, you know, anchor into this thing that's wanting to come through you and beautify your life and express in your life. So in this reading, the stone we used to pick piles, I am actually using as sort of the anchoring point in this reading. So having chose Unakite, this stone has a power to it, but like a gentle power, and has a deep protection around it. And it really brings in an ability to feel an anchoring into your life, like you have some sort of say-so to be able to mold your life and have some authority over it and control over it in sort of a beautiful way. So it brings us a deep sense of connection to life versus, so you may be coming out of a phase where you've felt sort of a separateness, either from life or people, belonging, something, but this is anchoring you into a deep sort of sense of belonging within your own skin and in the world, and knowing how to touch your life and mold it and move it, and having some empowerment over that. And it also has a deep connection to being able to see the challenges in our life as more of character building obstacles that can be looked at in a opportune way, in a way that acknowledging that a certain challenge is something that is developing us and evolving us and helping us to grow into the best version of who we have the possibility of being. So really powerful, really strong stone coming through for you guys. And it also helps us to connect to, on another note, to like our animal totem. So it's interesting that this main card too that I have, and I haven't looked at any of these for the piles, is an animal kind of wisdom card coming through. So let's see what yours is. Rabbit, sensitive soul, strengthen your boundaries and cut cords. So this is really interesting. What's coming through to me is being more of a sensitive soul. It can be really easy to get flooded and overwhelmed and need to move into some sort of like avoidance and detachment with life at times in order to get back to yourself and sort of have some recuperation and recovery if we've been around a lot of intensity. And so what I'm seeing here is that like maybe you've really regained, you've had some downtime, you've had some space and ability to really recuperate, take care of your sensitive nature, and feel a new sense of strength coming through. It's sort of like you've gone through your hibernation and it's ready to come, you know, you're ready to sort of like wake back up into life and feel a new aliveness and a new energy to be able to start connecting to life again, because you've taken your time to kind of get back into your own center and own energy. So really beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna pick a goddess card as well. So we're gonna do a few more oracle cards, and then we're gonna do a little bit of tarot to just get any sort of messages from spirit that want to come through. Keeping this very short and sweet and fun this week. Okay, so goddess card is going to show us, you know, maybe some expression coming through you based on the type of goddess that's wanting to come in and be a part of your energy and council of guides at the moment. So Bridget, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. So Bridget is a Celtic goddess, and she really has an ability to connect us to our fighting spirit and our sort of like inner light of knowing who we are, what we want. But she also has a mysticism to her where she is connected to, she's sort of the goddess of poetry and liminal spaces at the same time. So she has a deep strength, kind of like this warrior fierceness about her, but also this priestessness that is really connected to the mystical realm, to art and poetry. And yeah, I mean, in general, she just keeps us connected to our own inner flame and our own compass and our own guidance. So I love seeing her come through. That definitely confirms to me what I've said about the rabbit for you guys, as I think you have taken a little bit of that liminal, more mystical time out to regain your strength, and now you have that fire is igniting in you and you can feel it and you're ready to move it forward and have it help you kind of step into the world and embrace the world again. Okay, we are also going to pick a Sacred Destiny card. Embracing. I feel like I just said embracing life. So yeah, and I feel like this is sort of the twilight, you know, right before dawn, where the potential of the day is right in front of us, but we're in this kind of moment between darkness and light, where light and dark dissolve some shadows and help us to see just like a beautiful understanding of the complexity of life, of the mystery and mysticism of life, which brings that poetic quality to life within us. And that poetic quality leading you to embracing something about life, to really feeling the depth of the joy and the pain and the whole picture of what life is, and being a part of it, and just embracing all the good and bad as it is, because it's all beautiful in the end. Okay, so one more card. This deck I'm going to use the book on because I'm not familiar with the cards themselves, but I loved the colors in them. They feel very, for the most part, feel very springish and expression filled to me. So I just really wanted to bring their energy in here. Okay. And it's the Moon Angel deck. So card 1, I believe this one has something to do with ancestors, but let's pull up the okay. Yeah, the card is actually called Ancestors, and it says whispers in the air, deja vu, butterfly kisses, footprints in the sand, train whistles, the smell of garlic, after dark, clanging bells, handkerchiefs. To me, this is just poetry that's saying it's just talking about the experience of life, and it really connects into this sensitivity that I think you guys have. And I just want to say that the Unakite, I feel like, is really helping you to just embrace your sensitive nature and be daring with it again, to re-engage with life after having had some time and just some decompression and mystical spaciousness, and just like really grabbing onto life again. And especially this one being titled Ancestors, it's sort of like maybe I want to take that as where there might be synchronicities and guidances coming through for you to lead your sensitivity towards towards things that keep your inner fire lit, that keep you feeling strong and wanting to embrace life. So looking for things that feel familiar, that deja vu feeling. Ancestors could be around you trying to lead you toward beautiful expression and towards ways of feeling connected to a daring with your expression by bringing in comfort zone things, bringing in familiar things, bringing in deja vu things that just give you that little extra boost and amplification and support to know that yes, this is indeed the right expression or the right thing to embrace or to mold or to move toward in my life. So really beautiful cards here for you guys. Okay, we're going to move into some tarot, and I just kind of want to leave these over to the side to reference a little bit. Okay, let's pull out the Muse Tarot, and we're just gonna pull like 5 cards. Just any sort of messages from Spirit about this kind of expression coming through you that it wants to add into the fray. 7 of Inspiration. Oops, that has 2 cards coming out. 2 of Emotions. 6 of Materials. Three of Materials. Oh, we've got a King card, or in this deck it's Muse of Materials. Wow, so a lot of material cards coming through for you. But to start out, I am seeing with the 7 of Inspiration, there is like that inner fire from Bridget is just feeling very strong to me right now. And you're like, I think you're feeling a lot of new connection to confidence that you've been trying to connect to, and that confidence is giving you courage and backbone and heart to stand up amidst any sort of challenges you've been up against, and to claim your star power, to claim your gifts, to show them to the world, and to feel confident and strong in doing so. And the 2 of Hearts to me is showing back to that ancestor card. It's sort of like I really do feel like there are ancestors around you trying to guide you towards things that are very positive and nourishing and nurturing of your soul, really finding your alignment of an expression that is coming from such a soulful and poetic place, back to Bridget again, of and just like feeling that soulfulness, which is allowing you to embrace life and allowing you to show your sensitivity, your sensitive nature in an expressive way. And all of that said is leading to some beautiful material opportunities. Your expression is really something right now that you're either able to use to mold your life in a beautiful way, or to open up different streams of revenue or income, or just a receptivity where you are gaining gifts from others, and maybe all of the above. But you're really connected to a soulful, deep, deep aspect of yourself and your life, and your expression is coming from things that have come through your ancestry, that were molded in your childhood, that you're re-embracing and engaging and starting to feel some confidence in, and really knowing how to put this to work in the world in like a really tangible, practical, useful way, and engaging the right people that know how to either collaborate with this or give the right advice or guide you. But yeah, it's just like there's something in your expression coming through where you're really able to build in your life. And then having the Muse of materials again, it's just, yeah, there's something here where you have a confidence, a command, a strength that with your sensitive nature that maybe is not always something that you feel. So it's, to me, I just want to say, like, really take advantage of this moment, because I do think, you know, sensitive natured people it can take a lot to really feel and have the courage and the support needed to kind of forcefully and assertively put yourself into life and mold your life and kind of take command, take the reins of your life. And that's what's coming through here. I think there's an immense amount of support around you, an immense amount of beautiful soul connectivity you've done, and just like a real strength of creativity and fire and spark within you. So gorgeous reading, you guys, and this is where I'm gonna leave you for this pile. And if this resonated with you, the easiest way to support my little baby channel is to give me a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm. And of course, hit the subscribe button if you are not subscribed yet and want more readings from me. And I will see you either in another reading in this pick a card, or in or another pile in the pick a card, or in another reading of mine. All right, see you guys. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading all about what kind of beautiful expression is starting to blossom in you, channel through you, or at least attempting to. So for some of you, you may really connect to this and just be gaining some beautiful insight about it and how to better harness it. And for others, it may be hinting at what's trying to get through you. And so, you know, maybe some things to be aware of to start cultivating and tapping into. So in this reading, I don't always use kind of the choice thing as part of the actual reading, but this time I really felt like the stone that we picked, I really wanted it to be the anchoring point of the reading. And so, using it as the main source of insight and information about what this pile is anchoring into them and what's trying to be expressed. So the yellow hematoid quartz, it has combination of quartz, hematite, limonite, and additional water. And it's a really beautiful stone. So what I'm feeling about this pile is that you are either very emotional group, or you have been through something very emotional recently. And this stone is indicating a lot of healing work has taken place around the sensitivity of some emotion and your emotional body. So there's maybe been a lot of shadow work with how you connect to emotions, or shadow work that has been emotional, or just really starting to understand your particular quality of emotion in your life and how it has affected it. And so how to now, with understanding you've gained, how to now take that and use it as an asset instead of something that's maybe tripped you up a lot, either in life or just recently with something. So really beautiful. So there's something emotional coming into this expressive blossoming that's either about to come in through you or is starting to already. So the first card, we're going to do a few oracle cards, and then we'll do a few tarot cards to get extra messages from spirit. But this initial oracle card that we used in the piles to choose is an animal wisdom. So let's check yours out. I haven't looked at any of the piles beforehand. So dear, trust, approach the situation with a light heart. And I love this. With the deer, I always think of a tenderness, something really new and soft and beautiful, and like a hyper awareness as well. And I love that this is saying to approach something with a light heart. What I was feeling is that you have burned through and away a lot of emotional baggage, and so a lightness is coming through here. A lot of healing around that is allowing you to start to express in life with a much lighter feeling about you, hence an ability to, with that lightness, find a new quality of trust and openness and vulnerability in life that has maybe been a bit guarded as you've done some healing work. So I love seeing that. It's just super, super beautiful. Okay, we are also, with the oracles, going to pick a goddess card. I feel like goddesses are a beautiful thing for spring, connecting to expression. So the one that comes out for you, to me, will sort of indicate a little bit about this expression that's trying to come through. Wow, well, 2 came out for you. We'll take that. We'll take it. So we've got UNAA, Easy Does It, and Artemis, Guardian. Yeah, you are very protected right now. This does confirm to me that I think you've been through, a little bit of an emotional battle with something. And this is just saying that your expression that's arising through you, you don't need to be powerful and aggressive and opportunistic with it. You need to be easy with it, gentle with it, let it come and go as it needs to. Let it be something that's present only when it feels comfortable with being present. There's still maybe some protectiveness that you're needing to regain some strength within you right now, and just try to connect to the tenderness within you, because there is something beautiful and tender and raw that you just need to trust and find beautiful. And that is the expression I feel coming through you guys, is there's just something raw and beautiful and maybe even a little bit painful, but that at the same time is bringing such a deep healing and awareness and beauty into your life. And then Artemis coming through, you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected, is just saying to know that there is protection around you, to trust that in order to be a little bit more vulnerable, a little bit more trusting as you move forward with certain expression that you're feeling ready to put out, but maybe, have that still a touch of nervousness about boundaries and shaking up emotion again. Just trust that you're protected, but then also trust your intuition about when it's right to kind of put your expressiveness out there versus guarded a little bit. Just, trust that you're protected, but trust your intuition to know. And trust is the big, like everything, trust yourself, find a little more trust in others, trust that you're protected. Yeah, so beautiful, all of it. Okay, we're going to do one more oracle card, and this one I'm going to use the book for because I'm not familiar too much with the interpretations of the card, but they just have this, they have for the most part, these cards have like beautiful spring colors and impressions on them, and I just wanted to bring their energy in. Okay, so we've got 29, actually like the one blank card in the reading. So let's see what the blank card has to say for itself. Okay, whoops. Is it the last card in the deck? I think it might be. It is. It doesn't even have a title. It's just nothing, blank. It's a placeholder. So the interpretation is it's a placeholder for all the different feelings that may come up for that which is not already fulfilled. Yes, I love this for you, especially seeing UNAA having come through is just like, I think you're being protected with all the space you need right now in order to find calmness, find healing, and find openings for what you do want, for certain fulfillments to come through, to believe in being fulfilled again, to believe in the power of generative life and the beauty of life and the tenderness of life and the vulnerability of life. There's just, that's the expression I'm feeling for you, is just like there's a vulnerability and a rawness and an openness that is just come through so much healing, and you're just kind of tiptoeing in again and starting to figure out the spaces you need, the trust you need, the guidance that feels right, and more than anything, a trust in your intuition. So it's an expression of your intuition here and a new connection to it as being able to be the widest and wisest, is what I meant to say, guide that is available to you. It's within you. Even though there's a lot of beautiful guides and protectors around you, I feel like they're giving you the space to connect to knowing how to be your own guide through your intuition and reconnecting to that and knowing how to trust it and work with it and develop it. And so an expressiveness of your intuition, that's definitely like the main thing that I'm feeling here for you guys. Really, really gorgeous. I feel like I'm missing, oh, I didn't do a sacred, I'm like, I know there's one other deck, Sacred Destiny card. So one more, and then we'll jump into a little bit of tarot. Delight. Oh, I really am happy to see this for you guys, because there's such a tenderness around you right now and a vulnerability. Delight just solidifies that being open, being vulnerable, trusting in all these things, in yourself, in your intuition, in guides, in guidance coming through, finding ways to trust others, and knowing who to trust. All of these things, when leaned into, I think are bringing just this new rebirth of delight. Keep it light is what I'm feeling with that. Going back to approach the situation with a light heart. Delight. So light is in that. So just keeping things easy, light, delight, knowing you're protected, trusting in yourself, feeling the weight of a whole bunch of emotions washing off of you, and know that so much healing is and has come through you, and to just, lighten up. There's a lightness coming through, and that's, vulnerability and lightness and expression. Just don't take it too seriously. Just ease in, do what feels right. And if you are pushing yourself too hard, you're not going to feel delight. So anytime you're pushing yourself out of delight, you know that you're pushing too hard or not enough. If you're like too removed from life, then that's also maybe a sign to like start trusting life and yourself a little bit more. So using delight as a gauge, do I need to lean more into life, or do I need to kind of step back a minute and put, like I'm pushing too hard out of that sense of lightness and delight and ease. Okay, let's push into a few tarot cards. I just kind of want to leave these on the side to refer to, or just to be able to see and feel them. Okay, and then we'll do just 5 tarot cards. We're just keeping this easy and light this week of anything Spirit wants to bring through. Knight of Voices, beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. The Empress. I love that. Wow, 10 of Materials. Beautiful. 5 of Emotions. There we go with that emotional stuff. For sure, something's just, okay, we'll get this last card and dive in. Fool. I love this. Okay, I love these cards for you guys. So much to say here. I'll try to distill it and keep it short though. Okay, so there is like a new quality of mind coming through that has some daring, that has some adventure, that wants to engage with life again, that wants to engage with creation and fertility and your own sensuality, your own respect of yourself, your body, your ability to generate and create and mold and feel and enjoy and delight and have pleasure. And yeah, your mind is feeling a new daring with this. I don't tend to love to tell people to push into their mind over their other parts. I tend to like to push into intuition a little more than mind. But here there's something that is very daring and willing to step up and fight for yourself with a brilliance of mind. And so you need to trust your mind a little right now as you're kind of, you know, stepping out of some raw place, because it really wants to lead you into this new quality of, I don't think it's a new quality, but a renewed quality. I think that you have a deep connection to the matter of life, the molding of life, and there's something in the brilliance of your mind right now that can amplify, boost your daring with that, because I think you've taken a step back. There's been some difficulties with it maybe in the past years or past season, whatever. But a daring of mind is really pushing you towards just like reconnecting with yourself and your ability to create for yourself. And this 10 of materials is also indicating that by doing that, by putting some creative energy through you and trusting your ability to birth things into your life, to have a say-so over what you can and can't mold and generate in your life, by re-engaging that part of you, it naturally pushes something into motion in the world and brings a new connectivity and a new kind of material flow, material connection, material abundance, or potential for it. But mostly just sort of like a material engagement into life again, a movement of your efficacy, your self-efficacy in creation, in doing it for yourself without relying on others. And then the 5 of emotions just definitely comes through to me to indicate that yes, there has been some emotional disappointment that has haunted you a bit, and that there are some really beautiful things going forward, like this Fool we see walking forward. Going forward in your life, you still have some really amazing connection to life, connection to emotion, to vulnerability that can lead you into a new path. But there's something still, I think, haunting you a little bit from your past. And this is just saying, this homework is just saying, like, there is way more than you recognize right in front of you if you'll just kind of acknowledge these ghosts and let them go and look forward, because a whole new start is possible. Something surprising, something electrifying, something that will clear the slate for you and allow you to look forward with eagerness and excitement and delight and ease and trust. So there's like a little bit of an advice I feel in this pile more than the others, that this expression, this material expression that you have so much talent in, is just waiting for you to embrace it again and be daring with it again, and to let go of something and allow a new spark to come in, because if you can let go, that spark is like right on the cusp, and it's just engaging your material expression, because I do think you have a huge talent and quality for material expression in life, and it just needs to be re-engaged and trusted, and it will really help you to move past this hurdle of some ghost of past being moved beyond, and really looking towards your future. So this is where I'm going to leave you guys. I think this is a really gorgeous messages coming through, and yeah, I wish you the best with some tenderness and some ease, and just a new spark coming through, and a new belief in something about your future, and your own ability to create what you want for yourself. So, all right, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. If this pile and reading resonated with you, the easiest way to help my little baby channel is a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. It helps the algorithm. And of course, if you are not subscribed yet, please do so if you want more readings like this. All right, see you guys. Hello, Pile 4, and welcome to your reading all about what kind of beautiful expression is trying to channel through you, blossom through you, and some guidance, some insight into that, how to connect to it if it's not already there, and how to understand it and get the most out of it if you do already feel what comes through here. So in this reading, I don't always use kind of the thing that we pick piles, you know, the stone or whatever trinket I use. I don't usually or often incorporate them into the reading, but I did really feel strongly about that for this one for some reason. So you guys picked the blue Orca Agate. So this is going to be kind of the anchoring energy of this reading, of the expression trying to come through you. And this one is such a gorgeous one. It's a really rare blue chalcedony and only found in Madagascar. And it kind of mimics the energy of the orca, carrying properties of ocean, and it really helps us to connect with like a deep relaxation and to the deepest center of our soul, and brings relief into our life, especially from anxiety, as well as that, you know, that tranquility, that calmness. I definitely like imagine whale sounds, like put on a whale soundtrack after this reading to connect into that deep, echoing, calm, wise, ancient, kind of soulful quality that I feel is coming through here. So the expression that I'm feeling that is anchoring into you guys is like, I do feel like the most ancient part of your soul and the most ancient part of earth is trying to channel through you. So like a very wise, soulful, deep expression coming through you. You're like the sages of this expression reading that is taking place right now. I think there's something trying to express through you that you have like a deep mastery of, and you've gone beyond confidence of this around whatever this is to it just being something about your essence that is like that, you know, like the back of your hand. And so what I want to say is you may not even realize the beauty of the expression coming through you, but I think others are in awe. And so you might need to watch for that reflection of like what others are reflecting to you about the expression that you're putting out right now, because I think there's something that's so second nature to you, but that is just so calming and awe-inspiring and gorgeous to others in your presence. So really take in the feedback you're getting right now is sort of what I want to say with this. Okay, we're going to look at 4 or so oracle cards, and then we're going to do a few tarot cards as well after that to get any messages from spirit about what to do with this, where it's going, anything like that. So this first one, the card that we put out or was used for the pile picking, is an animal oracle card, an animal wisdom. So I didn't look at any of these beforehand for the piles, so we'll see what yours is. Raven, I love this. Wise woman, a change is coming. And I love that raven paired with this Orca agate, because the raven is also this wise energy with the gift for sight. So that might be some expression that is coming through you that, again, you may not even realize. It might be so second nature, you may not even realize how special it is. But this ability to see the way forward through anything right now, especially creatively and expression-wise, because you have this understanding of the past, you are very present, which helps you to respond accurately and give planning and foresight into the future. So it's just this sage energy. You've been through whatever's coming up around you. You've been through this so many times and so many lifetimes and so many places. And yeah, again, just lean into that reflection you're getting from people, because you have so much to contribute and express through ancient sources of wisdom pertaining to whatever's happening around you and whatever's coming through you at this moment. So really beautiful, beautiful stuff. Okay, we're gonna pick a goddess oracle card, whichever goddess comes through could be an indication also, sort of the expression that's tapping in. Mawu, Mother Earth, you are called upon to help with environmentalism. So again, and I love this, like, you know, she's holding the world, and Earth is in particular a very blue planet with a lot of water on it, connecting into that ability to go deep into our planet through that water, connecting to that well energy, that sound. And then the raven, I feel like, is this goddess presence of having this ability to be stepped back, to see where things are going, where they have been, being present with it, just knowing how to anchor into anything coming at you, because you have this second nature sage wisdom around you. And that Mother Earth energy, it is to me like really connected to the 3D world at the same time, and the pleasures it brings, to some sensuality, to an ability to generate and create and birth things. Yeah, really gorgeous energy around you guys. Okay, we're also going to do a Sacred Destiny card. Again, with all these blues coming through, it's just, yeah, so deep and peaceful. Trust. I think that is the expression that is being felt both by you and being felt by others around you, is this sage, ancient, deep wisdom you have that is expressing through you, is coming out with this as an ability to know how to trust yourself, to know what to trust, to be completely trustworthy, to trust in the universe. There's just this, like, yeah, this magnetic quality of trust around you in so many forms and dimensions, and that trust is just leading you forward with such calm, deep confidence, and just this, like, it's just this deep harmony with life right now. This deep harmony with life, and trusting it to provide for you, trusting in yourself to know how to engage with the world, to engage with others, to engage with the past, present, and future, and to engage with, you know, the most wise powerful, soulful ways forward in anything right now. So you are like the oracle at the moment. So beautiful. Okay, we're gonna do a last oracle card. This is the Moon Angel, and I'm gonna use the book on this because I'm not super familiar with the interpretations of the cards. But I loved there's a lot of spring-like colors in this that just feel very expressive. So I wanted to bring its energy into this reading. Okay. 17. Okay, let's see what it says. Sorry, I'm such a weirdo about making the cards aligned. I like it to look pretty. Okay, 17 is hive mind. Listen for the low, faint hum likened to a heartbeat or that whale sound. The low, faint hum. I love that. The abandoned wild paradox of one movement, one life, one existence, and billions of existences. The secret glyph of infinity tattooed on your third eye. Do you feel it? This couldn't be the most perfect oracle card to end the oracle aspect of this reading, because we're calling in the third eye, which to me is that raven, that ability to really trust intuition, to have some sort of connection of having an ability to see past, present, future, and then that low hum with that whale energy of the Orca agate, that beat, the heartbeat, a soulfulness, and then this connection and that trust is what I'm feeling here, that knowing that everything is one, so everything happening through others is happening through you, so you know how to connect to it, you know how to connect to the happenings, the people, the circumstances, the trajectories. You're tapped in, and there's such a trust with that being like that complexity that is just incredible. Like, wow, I want to know you guys. I want you guys to be my oracle right now. Like, can I have some of your wisdoms and expression and tap into your expression right now? Yeah, leave me a message in the comments. What do I need to know? Tell me, oracles, what I should know. Okay, we're going to do a few tarot cards now to get any extra messages from spirit that want to come through. Just leave these out to refer to. So yeah, I just wanted to keep this sort of quick and easy and simple. So we'll just do 5 tarot cards. See any other messages that want to come through from spirit to add to what we've seen already. Justice. 5 of voices. Okay. The Tower. Wow, okay. This is interesting. And somewhat didn't see some of this coming. So I like that there's a whole new dimension to add here. Okay, 2 more cards. Let's see what else we get. Muse of Voices, which is sort of like King of Voices, but I like that it's the muse, especially with expression being the theme here. Knight of Emotions, poetic. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So yes, like you being, like, I really just want to label your expression as like you are expressing oracleness right now. And you have some power of being able to see right and wrong, where the balance is, which side of justice needs certain attention. So which side of some complexity. I do feel like there's some complexity around you right now that's pulling out this deep aspect of yourself, and you have been through, I think, so many instances of having to understand justice, having to be on the pro and con side of justice and karma being administered. And so you just like have a deep, deep quality of understanding of what justice is. And I think a lot of people are, due to that, looking toward your wiseness and guidance and ability and understanding with this. And the Five of Voices, to me, what comes through with this Five of Voices and in this reading context is you are above the fray. You know how to bridge beyond the petty things and to elevate your thought into something a little bit more spiritual, a little more higher minded. And there's like a flexibility and an ability to see a lot of dynamic sides and elements, and being able to rise because of that above certain crossroads that happen where there's impasses, rising above it, being able to see solutions, see a way forward that is from a higher perspective, with this wise ability to understand karma, to understand rectification, to understand consequences and actions, and yeah, just a solid, connection to that kind of thing. And then Muse of Voices again with this like command and confidence and control of mind and thought. This is total whale energy to me, especially around mind, of just having such a deep, deep understanding in mind about reason and logic, to be able to help in your expression, to help bring understanding to whatever is going on that people are looking at you for, which is giving insight into why certain constructs are falling apart, or why certain ways of viewing the world or having opinions or judgments aren't solid, aren't based in integrity. You know how to illuminate this and explain it and concretize what needs to be looked at and how it needs to be looked at, and through a very complex, wise, deep, soulful lens. And the way this expression is coming through you is also incredibly poetic, with like a brilliance of poetry, a dynamic poetry, a deep connection to the bravery of your emotion, the bravery of your intuition, and a willingness to show it, to express your emotions, because they're so solidly grounded in something wise. So an ability to be a little bit free and wild and emotionally expressive, because it's founded in something so solid around experience and mind and understanding. So really gorgeous reading, you guys. I love it. Bring us all the wisdom, and be sure to remember to check in with those reflections that you're getting from others, because I feel like a lot about this is second nature to you, so you may not completely grasp the profound nature of what you're expressing right now, and people will reflect that back to you, that what it is, and for you to acknowledge and be proud and see that depth of yourself that you deserve to see, because it's amazing, super amazing. All right, this is where I'm going to end your reading, pile 4. If you enjoyed this, connected with it, the best way you can support my little baby channel is a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm. And also, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please do so if you want more readings from me. And yeah, that's it. I will see you hopefully in another reading. See you guys. Hello, pile 5, the last exciting pile of this reading about what kind of expression is starting to channel through you, that wants to be, come through you, be expressed through you. What is arising here? So In this reading, often in my readings, I don't tend to use the stone or object, whatever I use for picking piles in the reading itself, but sometimes that feels like it needs to be done, and this time it felt very prevalent, like it needs to be the anchor point of the reading. So for you guys, you picked this really, really beautiful Polychrome Jasper. I love, sometimes with the lighting, it's hard to see. Maybe if I tip it that way, it's better. All the beautiful colors, some deep, gorgeous reds in here, and then some sort of off-whites into browny, rusty oranges. Even a little bit of magenta up here. That's maybe too hard to see, but it's a really gorgeous stone. And what it has to say about an expression wanting to channel through you or starting to is this is really rooting you back down into your vitality, a new quality of physical energy kind of coming through, and bringing a positive, grounded, happy, cheerful, solid outlook. And yeah, so generally like balancing and grounding, but giving that coming through in order for you to feel a happiness, to feel a vitality, to feel an energy and stamina with life, as well as to potentially embrace and work with changes coming in. It's also a stone that is helpful in connecting to and working with the animal kingdom. So that's something I would want to put forward, is that paying attention to the different animal messages in your life that come through daily. You may find a lot of messages and communication in that realm catching your attention, synchronistically happening around you, that are really fun and exciting and connecting you to that quality of earth, to that aliveness, that furriness, that funness, that, yeah. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna do about 4 oracle cards to get some information about, a little bit more about this expression, information about it. And then we'll do a few tarot cards after that to get any other information from Spirit that we didn't already pick up on, or just some context. So this first card is, I love that it's an animal wisdom card, since that is actually something part of your rock. So this was the one we used to pick the piles, and then I have some other oracles coming in. I didn't look at any of these before jumping into the pile, so let's see what yours is. Oh my gosh, elephant and grounding, totally that grounding energy. And I do think of, like, when I think of elephants, I do think of a strong vitality and a strong joy, you know, with life. I guess everyone probably has their own associations, but I always think of joy and grounding and power with elephants. So it says, ground your energy and emotions deep into the earth. Yeah, so much grounding here, some strength coming through and vitality. So it makes me wonder if you're coming into this having gone through a period of feeling physically drained, physically depleted, and having taken some steps to give yourself a certain rest you've needed, or this being a call to action to do so. If you're not connecting to this yet, that might be why. But yeah, I feel like a deep, vital, earthy expression starting to arise, and new energy starting to be felt, probably with a lot of relief and excitement and eagerness to be feeling that. Okay, so I'm also going to bring in the goddess cards, and we'll see which goddess wants to come in and offer her energy and guidance, which might give us some insight into the kind of expression coming into and through you. Blossoming. Sekhmet, be strong. wow, the strength of this pile coming through. Yeah, so you are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. I love that for you guys. So there may be things going on in your life where you are just like almost in a position where you're needing to channel a certain strength in order to overcome things, face things, take something head on that's challenging or scary. And this is just like saying, like, you have the grounding, you have the energy, you have the strength to move forward and to exactly, you're stronger than you think you are, and your expression is ready to take that on, embrace it, and push you forward in life with gusto. So yeah, whatever you're facing right now, whatever fear that may be or eagerness that may be, this is definitely saying that, oh, I love this, that you've got it. You have way more than you think you have to face whatever is coming, where you're needing to use your expression. Oh, this actually has two. We'll take them. Oh, wow. Right. I mean, this feels so accurate to me, in line with what we're already seeing. Voyage. So that strength and vitality, that positive outlook, that connection to grounding and moving forward. There is a journey you're about to go on that is, I think, at the root of why this expression is being called on to come out of you, being called out of you. And you're taking on a leadership role. You either are in a leadership role, or you're about to take on a leadership role, or you need to know that you're capable of taking on a leadership role, whatever it is. But so much, wow. I mean, these cards are so in line with the stone and everything that was already being felt. It's like, yeah, you're just, you're coming into powerhouse energy, and you need to trust that. Trust your strength. Trust what you feel in your expression. Trust it. Like, it's so on point right now. You've got what it takes. Okay. I'm going to do one more oracle deck in this, and it's the Moon Angel deck. I am not familiar with the interpretations of it, so I'm going to use the book on this one, but I just loved, they have most of the cards have very vibrant spring energy in them, and so I just really wanted to bring their energy into this reading. That's a whole bunch of cards. Okay. Yeah, I just, felt them for this reading, so we'll see what happens. Six is, let's see what this says, one of the lesser colorful cards, but maybe that's that earthiness that, there's a lot of neutral colors here. Ooh, pain. Okay, we all think we'd be free like a bird if we had that body, that hair, that life, that money, that gender expression, that fame, that partner. We end up feeling empty, like a shadow in the rain. We become a puddle. Oh, okay. So this maybe explains where this is sourcing from. Maybe in the past, a past chapter of your life that you're coming out of, you've chased things based off of appearance, off of what media and social media and culture and society dictate as beautiful, strong, whatever. And maybe you don't fit that kind of mold and have had a lot of pain in trying to, or trying to use a measuring stick that's not appropriate for you. And it's like you've suddenly, I think what's happening here is you're suddenly recognizing your truth, where your particular energy comes, where your particular strength comes from, and you're tapping it and you're feeling it rather than using appearances to dictate something. You're really feeling where your power comes from, where it should go, tapping into what makes you feel good. And that is just strengthening you, and it's bringing a new sense, quality of aliveness and vitality, because you're no longer fighting yourself, fighting your true nature, trying to be something you aren't. And so there's this new groundswell of energy, of soulfulness, of depth, of your command and correct alignment to your expression in life. So this is all around expression. So maybe what you've tried to express in your life, how you've tried to be expressive, it hasn't been, it's been dictated more by what you've seen or been told, rather than tapping into what you feel and what actually excites you, what actually lights you up. And you're figuring that out now, and it's just lighting you up, it's grounding you, it's giving you strength, and it's about to push you into like a whole new phase and chapter. Whatever your expression is, which I think I want to use a little bit of the tarot to get into that with, because for whatever reason, in this reading, I'm not feeling like we're seeing what that unique particular expression is. And maybe it's because it's very different for all of you, and that's up to you to notice. Again, maybe it's like that again, like you, rather than someone else telling you what that is, that's what's going on. You need to know it for yourself. You need to feel it in your body. And that's why I'm not being given that exact expression. A, it's different for all of you, but B, it's because you need to feel it for yourself rather than looking somewhere else to be told about it. So yeah, this is going to be up to you guys to figure out what that expression is. But just know that it's lighting something in you. So connect to that thing that's creates a spark in you, and know that that is your expression. That is the thing you're needing to take out into the world and gift the world and do justice to yourself by allowing it to be free and strong and vital. And it has this, it's a new portal for you to be able to be the leader that you know that you're capable of being, and to take you on an amazing ride in life. I think you're ready for some excitement, ready for some movement and change and challenges and thrills, whatever. You're just, yeah, I think it's all aligning, it's all clicking, you're figuring out your expression, and it's, yeah, you just need to trust it, you need to feel it, you need to have a deep connection to what sparks you, what brings joy to you, what brings a spark to you, and stop paying attention to what other people do, what society says. Like, you need to just tap into your own soul, your grounding, your vitality. Yeah. And go. You're ready to go. And there's something amazing, exciting, brilliant coming through for you. I love it. Okay. Enough about that. I'm going to leave these sort of up here to reference. I just like being able to see them. And we will tap into a few tarot and yeah, keep it kind of light and easy this time. You can do 5 tarot cards and just see if there's any other context information that Spirit wants to bring through. Page of Voices. I love what comes up here. Expression that feels very quirky and unique. Like, you just need to be you 100%. Like, you need to just, yeah, you're figuring that out. You're starting to recognize what really lights you up, and that it's no one else can copy it because it's so individualistic. Okay. 8 of Inspiration, beautiful. Whew. Ace of Emotion. These are such beautiful cards, and I love that it's a variety of, voices, inspiration, emotions. We're kind of getting a diversity here. Queen of Voices, gorgeous. one more. 5 of inspiration. Okay. I think the inspiration is like the wands. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I love this. Oh, yeah, I know exactly what this is about here. Okay, so yeah, we've sort of already gone through Page of Voices. It completely matches what we've already said. Like, you have a uniqueness that is not replicable. It's totally fabulously, amazingly yours, and you've been trying to fit into some other mold that's more typical and more normal, and you're finally getting it. And this is just showing, like, express it, bring it out. Whatever's inside of you, make an expression of this outside of you in your external world, because it's so ready and people are gonna love it. You're gonna attract just the right people who want your expression, and they're gonna love it. You're gonna, yeah, be probably surprised and amazed, but it's going to feed into that new sense of strength and vitality that is connecting into you right now. 8 of inspiration. Things are moving forward rapidly. This is go time, exactly like a journey is on your front doorstep, ready to pick you up. As soon as you outwardly express this originality of yours, voyage time, something's picking you up and it's go. And then Ace of Emotions, you feel like, yeah, you're feeling so much more at home within yourself, in your soul, in your intuition, allowing it its freedom to express. You're connected into the power of your expression, and it's feeling right, like for the first time in a long time, I feel like. And then Queen of Voices, you're sharp. Your mind is sharp. You have a wit. You have an ability with reason and logic and sharpness and clarity and elegance and grace and vision. Yeah, it's really beautiful. And once you tap into this unique, quirky thing that you are and just like let it release, you find your sense of queenness and people rally around you. And this is just this inspiration, 5 of inspiration is just a confirmation that it's like, stop trying to look at other people's reflections. You need to be you. And I think that you are filled with a certain diversity of being, which is also something original about you. And I think maybe that's where you've gotten lost potentially in the past with trying to be something you aren't. I think you have like a bit of a chameleon ability, a lot of diversity naturally within you. So it's easy to take on other people, you know, the expressive energies of others, but it kind of like got out of balance where you sort of lost yourself. But I think you're finding that while you can still be diverse, it needs to always be connected to things that light you up instead of like mimicking or taking on other people's energies or societal norm energies. Like, be the diverse, interesting, radical person you are, but make sure it's always coming from a place that feels authentic, that creates a spark within you and that lights you up. So yeah, gorgeous reading, so powerful, so exciting. Would love to hear what kind of adventures might be and voyages might be landing on your doorstep at the moment. But this is where I am going to leave your reading pile 5. If this connected for you and you enjoyed it, the easiest way to support my little baby channel is with a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm and I appreciate it. as well as subscribe if you haven't yet. And yeah, this is where I'm going to leave you guys, and I hope to see you in another reading. All right, see ya.